What's up? It's your boy Carcino here. And let's talk about it today. You knew Kendrick Perkins and all these guys, they were the number one thing they were gonna talk about this morning is Lou Williams. Lou wasn't finna get away. So Kendrick right away comes out and goes, it's disturbing when a rookie in Zion Williamson can act more mature than a vet like Lou Williams. So Lou responded back saying, 15 years in this business, and the most dirt you have on my name is stopping to get some wings during a pandemic. Perk, shut up and stop laughing and saying it's just TV when you run into me. Oh, man. Now, I get it. I'm all a fan of entertainment. I'm all a fan of everybody, doing things for shock value, and it's all fun and games, and everybody's really friends. Nobody's really upset with anybody. I get all of that. But here's the part I don't get, and I do have a problem with. My problem is when you have people that are basically out of the loop and they are making things up on the fly and just making things to glue together, and it just don't make sense. Lou, no one, let's say it is true, Lou. No one in a right rabid ass mind is going to believe that you went to a strip club just to get some damn wings. Let me repeat that one more time. Nobody in this world is going to believe Lou Williams, two-fisted, two chicks at one time. Lou Williams, who had a personal king-size bed made so that him and his two women could get it on and have room. Lou Williams is going to a strip club just because he loved the wings. First, eating in a nasty strip club, you got to really be hungry. You have to really be hungry. And then, now check this out. This is this is where it gets interesting. You're in a lockdown pandemic bubble. You're not just doing it during a pandemic. You're doing it at a time where the bubble is locked down. I had an idiot tell me, Kawhi Leonard was in the strip club earlier this year. You ain't saying nothing about Kawhi Leonard been in the strip club earlier this year. I know. Stupid, right? That's like the dumbest comment ever made, and he's probably real happy right now. He talking about my comment! He talking about my comment! Yes, because it was really dumb. Dumb enough to bring up in conversation. As if the moral of the story is, why did you go to a strip club? Dummies. It is a pandemic lockdown bubble that you guys are in. That's why it's called the bubble. Because you guys are not even supposed to be outside of it. Have to be excused. They're trying to do that so that they can conduct some type of business that earns revenue for people. It's not just about the NBA players who got millions of dollars. It's about those ball boys. It's about those other guys out there that's trying to make some money to feed their families. But for the execs, it's about ad revenue, space, money, negotiations, all these things. That's going to take a big toll and a big hit in 2021. Now, with that being said, once again, I agree with Kendrick Perkins. This was a very immature decision by Lou Williams. It was a selfish one and very immature. If he went there just to get wings, it's a dumb decision by Lou Williams. Why would you go to a strip club to get wings in this pandemic knowing what's going to happen and what's it going to look like? You got to be smarter than that. So you get no ride and no sympathy here. This is 100% Kendrick Perkins is right on this one. A broken clock is right at least 2 times a day, if not more, depending on your time zone. But listen, we're going to do some interesting things today on the Patreon, by the way. What we got cooking on the Patreon is the truth behind the death of Steve McNair. You know, they really don't like to talk about Steve too much. So we got the truth behind that, and we definitely, and I made that free. Anybody on the Patreon, it's free. Learn about it for free. And everyone else, we're going to have a debate on there with a guy who wants to get his, his point across to me about Cap. So he had a problem with what I said about Cap. And he wants to try to educate me on Black history and all these other stuff. So I'm going to let him go, and then I'm going to go and melt him to the ground. So that's going to happen live on the Patreon. Now, that won't be free. Now, back to this. I don't care who you root for, your favorite team, your favorite whatever. You might want to go down a different road. You know what I'm saying? Like, this avenue might not be for you. I'm just saying. Because there are a lot of things that's like, if you're a basketball person, sometimes you don't get it. You just care about ball. I got a friend like that. All he cares about is the game itself. All this circus shit that's going on, he don't care about. All he care about is the game. Now, what he wants to do is to keep things moving the way it's supposed to go. Now, all these different people out here, and they're in their bubbles, and they can't even understand as to why certain situations happen and why certain situations are the way they are. Well, it's quite simple. You have a lot of people that believe that basketball and this social media stuff go hand in hand. So you got to have a social media reputation or be popular on social media to be popping. It's a lie. Kawhi Leonard does not own an Instagram. He does not own a Twitter. He does not own a Facebook. So if you see Kawhi Leonard's picture on Instagram, that is not him. He has a shoe deal with New Balance. Nike wanted to pay him. It's all based on your game. So like I said, this might not be your wheelhouse. Because we talk about it all. We talk about all the soap opera stuff, and we talk about the actual game itself. So it is what it is. But if you're a guy that's like straight ball, you ain't gonna pay attention to all this nonsense. You know, a lot of them don't, and I don't blame you for it. I don't get mad if you don't pay attention to it. That's your prerogative. You know, but there's millions of other people that get sucked into it, and they make it like that's part of the game. Like this is bigger than the game. Like LeBron James' social media presence is larger than his game, and that's part of the problem. LeBron James is his nonsense that he goes through is louder than his game. All that stuff he does and all the king, the promotion, and all this that they try to shove down your throat is louder than his game. His game, you watching, it's like, man, this dude's trash. But if you see everybody else, it becomes like the media and all the promotion, you would think this guy is really better than what he is. So for every casual fan, they think, oh, well, yeah, LeBron, he's the best. Just because they promote it, they ain't got time or interest to pay attention to the game. But that's the narrative they're pushing because they think it sells for them. Now, the persona was Lou wasn't going out looking for media attention, but he found it. So if I was the Clippers, what good did this do for you, Lou? You got to miss 2 games of these 8, but it really ain't gonna make a difference. But still, 2 days, 2 games you got to miss at least in a quarantine situation, even if you don't have it. Now they need to know they can rely on you when the situation comes down to it, when the smoke clears. Can we rely on Lou Williams? So that's what it's gonna come down to. Now, everybody else, y'all have a blessed day. You want to support my Cash App? It is Carceno, Karceno, by the way. And now, for those who stayed all the way to the end of this video, I'm going to give you a little bonus. This is the bonus feature. About a year ago, probably almost 2 years ago, I think, there was a incident I had on YouTube with another YouTuber. It was a small thing, wasn't that huge. And this isn't about academics. This is about a guy who went ahead and made a sports channel and called himself something, The Breakthrough or whatever. Right? That guy. So, I've never had mentioned this guy, never paid any attention to him ever, saw his videos popping up on the timeline. I was focused on my channel. This person decided to start titling his NBA review videos like mine. Because when he was titling it the way he used to title it, they would take his down. And my stream would still be up. And he didn't understand why mine was up and why his was down. So he decided, why not steal it from this guy, and I'm going to do it just like his and see what they do. So now you're copying me. So I addressed him out on it. Then he goes out of his way to say how he doesn't watch anyone else's channels. And I had to pull up receipts and show how this guy used to follow all my NBA videos and comment in the comment section. So trying to actually win fans over and start a discussion with me. And I actually went down and conversated with this guy back in 2016. He was on all my videos commenting. thinking that Kevin Durant is not a better defender than Klay Thompson. And I'm like, we still haven't had that debate yet. But anyway, the guy got caught up in a lot. Then he made another video talking about his numbers and like, don't look back because I'm gaining on you and I'm about to pass. Like I don't really care about the numbers. This is what other people are telling me. So he's trying to take shots, right? And talking about surpassing me and all this. I have never been a person who were all about the numbers. I never tell anybody how many subs I got. I never tell anybody any of these things. I don't even mention that garbage. I just say like the video and subscribe. I don't never mention my numbers or where we are. I don't know where I'm at now. I don't care about that stuff. Never cared about how many subs he got or he on me, and I'm not looking behind me because you were closing in, and I don't do that stupidity. I'm not in a race or a competition with you. So anyway, now as the year goes on, he runs into the same wall that I ran into. I never even brought up the fact of what happened to my page to him because it don't matter. Who is he? I brought up the fact of what was happening to my page to you. As I fought for the past 2 years, been fighting to make sure you guys get notifications. Have I not? Haven't everybody who been on my page who know me, and still to this day, we're fighting for notifications to go out. This dude makes a video about the beginning of this year. Someone sent it to me and said, now look who's crying. Now he's talking about because they didn't shut him down. So now this guy runs into a wall because he's definitely pissed off some people and doesn't realize it. And now the chickens have come home to roost and they've been on his back, and now he's feeling it, and now he's doing videos. Oh, what's going on? I mean, they're out to get me. They're trying to shut me down. Oh my gosh. My views just my subscribers stopped at a certain number. They just stopped. But you don't care about that, remember? It's all about the content. So why do you care that your subscribers stop? You're getting views, but your subscribers aren't moving. And now you see you went through the same thing as everyone else. You're not special. And that's very hard for these new internet success people to understand. You're just like everybody else in the bubble. Now it's a conspiracy, and I think that they're trying to, anybody who's like competition or they think it's they try to shut them down and put them in a box and everything else because they got a relationship with them, and I think it's ESPN, and I think it's oh man. So let that sink in, people. See, you get a video within a video dealing with me. I put the receipts up once. I don't need to do it twice. I let it be known that this guy was full of it. Other people said that he was stealing material from them. And probably so. I mean, because if you did this and then you lied about it the way you did in your video and then didn't want to address it anymore, then it's obvious that you did do it. Now, before I wanted to smash you in the face, but now I don't. So I'm just like, it's not even necessary. But as you see, karma comes back to get everybody who deserves it. Once again, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. To my other dogs out there, I see you. Get up with me. Don't forget subscribing to the page and hit the notification bell and selecting all if you want all your notifications. I'm out.